Good morning and happy Christmas. Welcome to the season of the year they cancelled Christmas. Boris Johnson in the UK, and I guess many around the world, even New South Wales Health, have been talking about cancelling Christmas. Can you cancel Christmas? Can Christmas be cancelled? I know what they mean, cancelling those public gatherings and functions in pubs and clubs and restaurants and cafes and outdoor areas, parks and beach. Places where people gather and hug and kiss and dance and sing and celebrate and potentially pass on this horrible coronavirus. Is that what Christmas is about? In this strange year and this strange Christmas, perhaps we gain a sense of something different. See, Christmas isn't really about family gatherings and foods and feasts and gifts and all the rest of it. They're lovely things that point to a deeper reality, that they're signs of something deeper. Christmas is about us being embraced into the heart of God, experiencing this grace that comes in the darkest, deepest, most difficult moments of life often. The places where there's fear and uncertainty, to bring hope and peace and life. Christmas comes to us in strange ways, in strange places, not just in one day or season of the year, but whenever our hearts are opened to that deeper reality that brings meaning and hope to our lives. Any moment we're open to the world around, to see this Christ in everything. The wonder, the awe, the sacred, the holy, call it what you like. To see God and the love of God in all things, in all people. You can't cancel Christmas, because Christmas comes into those deep and dark and dangerous moments. Perhaps my favourite Christmas story, and there's various versions of this, comes from World War I, the Western Front. Darkness descended on the Western Front, and as it descended, the troops, Brits on one side, Germans on the other, settled down for the night in their trenches. Some to a quiet smoke, others a quiet chat, preparing rations and preparing for rest for the night. And as the Brits hunkered down and prepared for sleep, they noticed a light, this small light, and they couldn't quite work out where it was coming from. It was above the German trenches, but it didn't make sense. It just hovered in the air. And as they stood ready, with guns ready, they heard this sound break the silence. This beautiful voice singing, Stille Nacht, Heilige Nacht. Silent night, holy night. All is calm, all is bright. And as his voice carried across no man's land and across the Western Front, they sat transfixed. And soon other lights appeared, other Germans with their torches, joining in the chorus. And when it was over, the Brits applauded. And then one of them led a carol of their own. And then the Germans responded and the Brits sang back. And between these choruses of carols, there were the cries, hey Jerry, come over here. No, Tommy, you come over here. Egging each other on. Until eventually some brave men got out of the trenches and walked across into no man's land. There they shook hands and wished one another a Merry Christmas. It was Christmas Eve on the Western Front. They sang into the night and then returned to their trenches and slept. The next day dawned bright and sunny, cool, cold, and the men picked up from where they left off the night before. gathering in no man's land to exchange greetings and gifts, buttons from tunics, medals and stuff off their helmets, anything they had, they exchanged. And through the day there were football games along the Western Front. One guy even had a real football. Others makeshift footballs with tin cans or shirts and makeshift goals. There was a German hairdresser who gave haircuts to everyone. Another part of the Western Front, the serious work of death and grieving happened, as a British chaplain and a German theological student led troops in burying the dead and conducting a mass funeral. This Christmas truce lasted in some parts days, even a week. People coming and going and sharing their common humanity. The miracle of Christmas had broken into the darkest, hellish place on earth, and for a season brought hope and peace. Even the birds returned to the Western Front, the birds that had taken off months ago because of the fighting and firing. There was peace on the Western Front. The peace lasted until the powers that be commanded the men to return to fighting. The signal was decided upon that when one army had to go back to fighting, they would shoot several times across the trenches in the air of the opposition. A sign that everyone should return back to their trenches and prepare for fighting to resume. And it did. The war continued despite the miracle of Christmas breaking in. But the men who experienced this inbreaking light, like that first little torchlight of the Germans breaking into the night sky, they experienced this light of Christ breaking into the hell on earth of warfare and bringing peace and hope despite the war. Those memories and experiences never left them. And for the rest of their lives, they wondered why war, why it was like this. Christmas breaks in to our lives in those deep, dark moments where there's pain, despair, suffering, uncertainty, confusion. It breaks in to bring hope and life, and to reveal the love of God. May Christmas break into your experience this year, the year they cancelled Christmas. May it shine brightly, the light of Christ come in with awe and wonder, with hope, with peace. God be with you.